Hi, I'm Kimberlyn. When you find yourself in need of inspiration or guided introspection, that's what I do. That's why I'm here. Whether it's related to your practice on the mat or out in the world, to me, it's all yoga. And by that I mean yoga is a way of being in the world. It's all part of living and learning. In other words, we're not here to be perfect or perform, but rather to practice. So let me be clear. I'm not here because I have it all figured out. On the contrary, I'm here because I'm in the inquiry. I'm committed to the inquiry. I believe that no matter what we've accomplished, what we've endured, life is better when we come together authentically and compassionately to share our stories. Storytime is a virtual meeting space where we gather to connect. This journey of life is all about connection. And yoga is the practice of building and nurturing authentic connections. By sharing our stories, we share our hearts. We connect more deeply and intimately with ourselves and each other. So whether it's live and in real time or anytime, on your time, we're here. I'm here so we can be together. Welcome to Storytime. I'm so glad that you are here. So, little background. The Hindu people believed long ago the ancient land of India was a playing field for gods and demons, sages and kings, and animals and birds, who performed miraculous feats in never-ending contests between the forces of good and the forces of evil. For the past few months, we've explored one specific story about the victory of good over evil in the famous epic poem from India called the Ramayana, which was written in the Sanskrit language by the Hindu sage Valmiki. Ram, the hero of this epic, is believed to be Lord Vishnu, god of preservation, born on earth in human form. Now, Ram wages war against Ravana, the evil demon king. And in his battle against Ravana, Ram receives help from many animals, the most notable being Hanuman, a monkey with magical powers. Today, we'll learn more about who Hanuman is and eventually integrate his experience with Ram into the story that we've been sharing these past few months. So, Hanuman is one of the most revered deities in Hindu mythology. Hanuman's story is rich with divine intervention, celestial blessings, and even a miraculous birth. Hanuman is born to Pavan, god of the wind, also known as Vayu, and Anjana, a celestial nymph. Hanuman has many amazing abilities. Additionally, in India, monkeys are considered to be sacred beings. Hindus believe that whenever the Ramayana is recited, Hanuman will come to hear Ram's name spoken aloud. They pray to Hanuman when they feel weak or fearful, believing that he will arrive in his invisible form to help them solve problems, just as he once helped Ram. So we begin this new chapter of our story time with Hanuman's birth story. Now, one version of the story begins with Anjana, a celestial nymph who had been cursed to live on earth in the form of a monkey. She prayed and performed penance to Lord Shiva to be freed from the curse. Pleased with her devotion, Shiva granted her the boon of bearing a powerful and divine son. Another version of the story starts with the celestial nymph Anjana, who was born of Earth as the daughter of a monkey king. When she grew up, she married Kesari, the chief of another band of monkeys. She was very devoted and loyal to him. Now, at the same time, King Dasharatha of Ayodhya, Ram's father, was performing a ritual to have sons. The gods received some of the sacred payasam, the divine pudding from the fire ritual. This was meant to be consumed by his wives, but the gods got a hold of some too. And according to one version of the story, Vayu, Pavan, the wind god, carried a portion of this divine offering and delivered it to Anjana, enabling her to conceive in this divine form. So one day she took on human form and went strolling on Rishamukh mountain. The wind god, Pavan, Vayu, was passing by and he saw her. She is perfect in every way, he thought. As Pavan moved toward her, Anjana felt the wind pick up, embracing her slender body, tossing her long dark hair, tugging at her silken robe. "Who dares touch me?" she asked. "I am married to Kesari. I am devoted to him." "Anjana, it is I, god of the wind," Pavan whispered softly. "Lord Brahma asked me to tell you that soon you will bear my son. He will be very wise and loyal to Lord Vishnu. He will be able to leap farther than the eye can see. He will be able to move even faster than I can." "But why? Why must I bear your son?" Anjana asked. "Lord Vishnu needs him on earth, Anjana," Pavan whispered very softly, as quiet as thought itself. Thus, Hanuman was born as the son of Anjana and Kesari, the monkey chief, and spiritually as the son of Vayu or Pavan, who granted him immense strength, speed, and agility. That very evening, Anjana gave birth to a little baby. He had a sweet, rosy face, innocent golden eyes, and fine, sharp teeth. A sleek coat of silvery soft hair covered his agile little body. "What a perfect little monkey you are, my son," Anjana said lovingly. "Perfect in every way. Be successful in all that you are meant to do. Your father, Pavan, will be here soon to watch over you." Anjana kissed her newborn baby goodbye and left him warm and safe at the entrance to a cave. Baby Hanuman lay on his back, kicking his tiny feet and sucking his tiny fingers. As the night wore on, he started to feel hungry. At dawn, he noticed the rising sun. "Yum, a little plum," he thought, and took a leap. And in that one leap, he crossed the entire sky. Higher and higher he flew. When Indra, the king of the lesser gods, saw the little monkey open his mouth to swallow up the sun, he was horrified. "No, my child! Don't touch! Hot! Don't eat that!" he shrieked, quickly hurling a thunderbolt at the unsuspecting baby to protect Hanuman from the sun's heat. Hanuman came tumbling down onto Rishamukh mountain, causing Hanuman to fall to earth and break his jaw. Hanu in Sanskrit refers to the jaw, hence the name Hanuman. Fortunately, Hanuman fell right in front of the cave where Pavan was waiting for him. Furious, however, to see his baby treated in such a rough manner, Pavan cradled Hanuman in his arms and retreated deep into the cave, taking the wind with him. Pavan, Vayu, wind god. Think of the 5 Vayus we've talked about before. Vayu became furious and withdrew air from the world. The world grew completely still. Leaves ceased their dance in the breeze. Birds soaring high above on currents of air plunged to the earth. All of creation held its breath. Lord Brahma quickly approached Pavan. You must forgive Indra. He didn't mean to harm your son. He was only trying to keep the earth from freezing to death without the sun. Come back, Pavan, he pleaded. You are the breath of life. Both Indra and I will give your son special boons. Your little baby will never know defeat, and he will grow to be very wise, loyal, and strong. He will take after you, Pavan. He will be invisible whenever he needs to be. To appease Vayu, Pavan, the gods bestowed boons on Hanuman, making him invisible, immortal, and possessing unmatched strength, wisdom, and shape-shifting abilities. Vayu was pleased, and with a strong whoosh, he blew back into the world. The whole world took a deep breath. The trees shook their leaves with relief, and once again the birds took to the sky. Pavan agreed to let Lord Shiva and his pet bull Nandi take charge of raising the baby Hanuman and educating him. As a child, Hanuman was wildly powerful and incredibly mischievous. His divine strength, speed, and energy made him unstoppable, but also difficult to manage. He would leap into the sky, pull pranks on sages in meditation, and cause disruptions without malice, but with excessive curiosity and exuberance. Though the sages loved him, they eventually cursed him, not out of anger, but compassion, for his own good. The curse? You will forget your powers until someone reminds you. This curse didn't take away Hanuman's abilities. It only veiled his awareness of them. As such, he grew up humble, modest, and unaware of the vast strength that lay dormant within him. Now, we've already heard the most famous moment of awakening when Hanuman is helping to find Sita after Ravana has abducted her. In that story, Hanuman and a group of Ram's allies reach the southern tip of India, but are disheartened. They see the vast ocean and don't know how to cross it. And it's at this point that the wise bear Jambavan reminds Hanuman, you are the son of Vayu, Pavan, born of Shiva's blessing. You have the strength to leap across the ocean. You have merely forgotten who you are. With that encouragement, Hanuman remembers and his true self awakens. Filled with confidence, devotion, and joy, he leaps across the ocean to Lanka, beginning his legendary journey. Now, I love the story of Hanuman because it feels so relatable. Have you ever forgotten your own strength, who you are, and why you have worth and value in this world? Hanuman's humility surfaced as limitation and hesitancy, even resulting in his own fear and doubt. And it's through the wise teaching of a mentor that Hanuman remembers his own gifts and strengths. This story is an excellent reminder of the value and importance of mentorship, especially in service. Like Hanuman, we all have dormant potential, hidden by doubt, fear, or even well-intended conditioning. We forget our inherent abilities and nature and can easily lose ourselves in the day-to-day toils of just getting by. As such, sometimes we need a teacher, a mentor, or a moment of crisis to awaken us, to assist us in remembering who we are and what matters most. It's this remembering, though it can often feel like a discovery, that we connect with our power and purpose in service. Service, especially as way of the Dharma. As Hanuman uses his rediscovered power not for ego, but for service, we too are invited into self-knowing to discover how we can serve our own Dharma. So some takeaways. Hanuman, the son of Vayu and Pavan, the wind god, symbolizes prana and life force. And in this way, we are reminded of the importance of the breath, the life force. Breath is central to yoga. And through pranayama, we learn to control and channel energy, bringing clarity, calm, and vitality. Befriending the breath helps us to befriend the mind, and in this way harness the energy and power for integration and alignment. In a chaotic world, returning to breath brings focus and peace. Now, despite his immense powers, Hanuman always remains humble, never boasting, always asking how he can serve. True yogis develop humility, where strength is balanced with grace and self-awareness. Our practice helps us to stay grounded. We cultivate humility as the foundation of our strength and success, so that every time we come to the mat, we're gently removing the veil, peeling back layers of doubt, tension, and conditioning to rediscover the radiant self within. This is what Patanjali refers to as the seer knowing oneself. Tada darshtu svarupe avastanam. This is Sutra 1.3. I'll address these lessons and more next time in Coach's Chat. I hope to see you then. In closing, I share these stories to expand our minds and our hearts, to grow in authentic alignment, and to help us move more freely through the tasks of each day and the seasons of life. Every day is an invitation to begin again in greater intention and alignment. Every day is an opportunity to know ourselves better through practice and study. Connection is key to receiving and benefiting from that invitation. And my invitation to you is just that. Let's connect. I want to hear from you. How are you living your yoga? Whether you visit us in person or online, whether it's for a one-on-one or a group experience, we want to meet you in the practice. We want to support you in living your life's work, your Dharma. Let us close with a blessing. May you breathe deeply and move freely, labor lovingly, and live vibrantly. May you be well. Namaste. See you next time as we catch up with Hanuman in his service to Ram. But don't miss out on Coach's Chat. The next time we get together, we'll discuss a little more of the philosophy and the principles that Hanuman's story brings to light for us in our modern day yoga living. Take care of you and take care of each other. That is yoga living.